Hello everyone, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Ultimate General Civil War, fighting the Battle of Gettysburg. We're rejoining this series in the middle of the Battle of Gettysburg. In our last episode, we fought the first part of the first day's action. We've resisted most of, or pretty much everything, that General Hill's corps under General Heath and General Pender have thus far been able to send at us. We've really given the Confederates a bloody nose here in the western portion of the battlefield, but we're about to face General Early and General Rhodes coming down from the north as parts of General Ewell's corps. So we're a little bit overextended. We're a little bit far in advance of the position we should be holding, but we'll see how we can hold off against both enemy forces arriving from the north and from the west. You can see here just dead bodies strewn everywhere in the field in front of our wooded defensive positions. Thus far, our troops are fighting gallantly, but we'll see how that progresses. All right, guys, this audio that you're going to hear going forward is from a live stream that I conducted on my channel just a few days ago. With that being said, as this has sort of been customary for this series of late, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the audio from the live stream. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know your thoughts below, and I'll meet you back up at the end. This house, so we're building a defensive position. It's weak, but it's there. Alright, housing areas are much better defensive ground. The Irish Brigade here. Moving up here. In general, anyway. Alright, Black Hats. Lane is actually probably too large to finish off yet. Caldwell, you leave this area. I'm going to have you march into the rebel flank and hopefully destroy some of these guys. Their supply wagon. Sent one up. Meant to send the guns, I think. Oh, no, I already did send the guns. I don't know. Whatever. Rhodes' division is arriving from Oak Hill. You can see Rhodes is starting to come down. Our cavalry here is in really good position, so they're going to try and block him as long as they can. Back here. They don't have... Oh, they do have ammo, so they should be okay for a little bit. Alright, the Black Hats are doing pretty good. They've lost 200 casualties, which is not insignificant, but anyway. Lane's brigade is running. They're running! Shift your fire. There you go. Davis's brigade is now running. And you're going to fall back now, because I don't want you engaging 1,000 men. I don't want to engage someone who could really, really hurt you out in the middle of nowhere. Alright, so Early's division is approaching as well. Put them into housing. I try and hold these cavalry units out here. Delay the enemy as much as possible. I think we get reinforcements in 30 minutes. This is what I don't get. Why would you defend behind a fence if you could just sit behind houses and get even better cover? Like, that seems dumb. Okay. Alright, so that cavalry didn't last long. But it did delay them, maybe, a little bit. Alright, Caldwell, come up on their flank again. We're gonna have to abandon this position here before long. I'm trying to destroy these guys before they get a chance to... Before Early can flank me, if I can destroy Hill, what's left of Hill, That would be just great. Just splendid. Thomas is moving up. Hit him with a good volley. Shatter him with 2 brigades. Maybe destroy him. Not quite. He didn't even retreat. Brave, brave man, but very foolish. Rebels are marching between us there? That seems foolish. Yeah, this is very much reminiscent of the actual Battle of Gettysburg. Defending the ridge lines, holding positions, and then being horribly outflanked. Buford, yikes, look at his casualties percentages, just ranking up. Ugh. Alright, so... Davis is retreating. Lane, will you die already? Alright, so... I'm trying to go around this. What kind of gun is that? It's a smoothbore howitzer, so it won't be great at range. Rebels are attacking from all sides! The rebels are attacking from all directions. Our main objective is to hold Cemetery Hill, where we're going to withdraw when night falls. The high ground can keep us safe until the rest of our army arrives tomorrow. Alright, so enough of this fighting up north here. Let's start pulling out. We're going to pull Gavin's troops. I have a bit of a phased withdrawal here. Devon's going to go ahead and help provide a bit of a diversion. Meager, you'll hold in place. Pull the Iron Brigade. Keep these 2 brigades on the attack. Gregg's artillery, you're going to pull back to Cemetery Hill. And the rest of the troops will probably remain in place. We've lost several of those cavalry units. They bought us some time, though. Let's go ahead and put these guys in this defensive work. Get the supplies out of there as well. And we'll kind of resume playing here for a moment. Alright, it's going to be a phased withdrawal. We're going to take a little bit of time. Meager withdraw there. Pleasanton fall back here. Devon, you're just going to be a sacrificial lamb, for lack of a better phraseology. Are going to withdraw. Alright, so Caldwell finished off that brigade over here. Now he's firing into Perrin's flank. The Black Hats are going to stop the retreat and fire a volley in Perrin's face. Perrin will halt and get hit by Caldwell in the flank and be driven back. So they're advancing on the town itself. We're getting kind of caught in a little bit of a cul-de-sac here. So we're going to need to start pulling these guys back as well. Pull the artillery back first. Probably should. Price, pull out. Alright, so let's get some of these guys into these defensive positions as well. I don't really want to run. I don't want to exhaust them. Some of these guys are already going here, right? Springfield's along the ridge, Iron Brigade along the salient, Pleasanton along this line. Gavin, form up over here. Irish Brigade, start withdrawing, pull back to this fence line. Meager, get back into the town. You're going to hold there till the artillery's gone. Devon, pull back a little bit south, but stay in those woods. And Gamble, you're going to swing wide. I'm going to guess you're going to run into some enemy troops doing. Swing wide. Maybe you can get around their rear and get back. Alright, you guys also pull out. Buford, lost almost your entire division. Flood as well. Alright, retreat! Devon's troops are going to buy a little bit of time by shooting a few volleys off. I have no idea what supply that was up there. Oh wait, we captured it. We captured supply! So my cavalry captured enemy supply. That'll delay them a bit. Maybe they'll actually destroy their own supply. That would be great. They'll probably just recapture it. Good job, cavalry. Right, you guys are retreating. Brackenburgh's pursuing too closely. Stop and shoot this guy to death. Alright, Black Hats, finish him off. Really? This guy really loves to stand and fight. Okay. Alright, our troops are retreating into position. The rebels may be trying to go around the town and flank us there, but I've got troops that are moving into position there. Meanwhile, Oxum is doing well defending the town. Got a couple of brigades here. Alright, so we've lost Oak Ridge. We've lost McPherson's Ridge. We will lose Cemetery Ridge here before too long. But at the end of the day, as long as we hold Cemetery Hill, that's what really matters. On those woods. Irish Brigade will go here. The Devon will fill this flank guard. While Caldwell and the Black Hats hopefully finish off a rebel brigade here. Again, these are actually regiments, so I shouldn't say brigade. I did anyway. Yep, he's dead. Alright. Pursue too closely and be warned, you will be punished. I have no desire to engage a 1,200-man brigade at this time. We'll pull you guys out. Well, you guys are exhausted because you've been running back. Run you there. Artillery, go that town area. You've got a good field of fire, I think, from there. Start to pull out from the town. Where to be Gamer and Buford, get back into position. Devon's cavalry, or what's left of it, you can retreat now. Oh god. That was a bad volley against Mahone. Alright, the 2nd Iron Brigade is moving into these woods. Very good cover to deal with Avery here that's trying to sneak up on us. Gavin, why don't you move into those woods too? Okay, let's take the salient. Irish Brigade, you guys haven't done anything yet. Meanwhile, these guys are all kind of holding out against largely superior forces. But they're in really good cover, so they take very limited damage at the moment. So I'm okay trading fire here. That is until their rear is threatened, so we're going to go ahead and actually pull them back now. Because now that we've lost Cemetery Ridge, their escape may be threatened. Yes, they're getting flanked from the rear, but they're not losing too badly because they're in very good cover. Until we get back here. Caldwell, go to the actual cemetery. How would you feel, by the way, if you're fighting a battle, a civil war, you're fighting in a cemetery? How would that make you feel? You'd be like, I don't know about this. Feels like some bad juju. Alright. Okay. Still got about another hour and a half. I assume that we've got to hold out here. Mahone, why don't you run? They're retreating through the town. Just like history. Alright. Caldwell, you'll go to these houses. I would assume the map should get bigger, right? We're like right at the edge of... Alright, so these guys are in 90 cover, 90 cover. Enemies coming across open ground, that's good. Got a secondary line behind them. Some guys dug in, some artillery support directly there. Irish Brigade, you guys should probably pull back behind here. Alright, so we're all kind of getting crammed into a relatively small space. Why don't you run, Caldwell, to get ahead of the rebels? But this is really what matters, right? We don't really need to hold Seminary Ridge. We definitely bloodied the rebels quite a bit already in this fight. If we go here, we can see we've inflicted more than 5% casualties on them than they on us. We still hold all the victory conditions. Granted, half of them aren't on the map yet, but we still hold everything that's relatively important. And we also have denied them their supplies. General Leppian, or Gerald Leppian, this is one of their supply wagons, so the longer they don't have that, the better. Okay. Brooks' battery of howitzers is, again, much better at close range than long range. It's about mid-range there. These guys are stuck in an open field. Yeah, alright. So, how's Caldwell's cover here? Probably be a little bit better. Some stone walls down south here, you can see. Springfields are in good cover. Meager's not. Put him back a little bit. He's not in a defensive position, I don't think. Alright. And there you go. There you have it. We have successfully fallen back to the iconic Seminary Ridge. We'll see if General Early attacks this, or General Ewell attacks this position, if at all practicable. Famous order that Lee gave to attack Culp's Hill, actually off to the right, which was ignored by Ewell, and much to the chagrin of some Confederate officers who felt like it was a golden opportunity missed. If General Jackson had been around, they felt confident that Jackson would have attacked. But alas, Jackson was not around. Jackson was killed at Chancellorsville. These Napoleons are really kicking ass. Enemy's going very hard on our right flank. Getting Price up here on the far right, just in case the map expands. I'm going to move Ector to this wood line so we can extend if necessary. And now the Confederates are advancing across very open ground. try and eject us from our positions. Got a whole bunch of troops crammed in here on Cemetery Hill itself. Black Hats are doing their job. 1,600 casualties inflicted. They have lost about 500 of their own. Where are you going, Meager? They're getting hit with a lot of artillery, too. Rebels are coming up here west. Overall, I think we're in good shape. 1,800 casualties for the Springfields against only 400 received. So a couple of really high-performing brigades at the moment. Gavin's 10-to-1 casualties. Nice. Can't see our whole brigade. It's like they're like phantom soldiers off here on the right. But you can actually see where the fortifications for Culpsell are going to be. I don't like only 50 cover per 90. Especially because I'm guessing the enemy's getting about the same. No, General Schleswig is dead. Alright. Let us continue to kick the shit out of the rebels. We'll crush this rebel alliance. Yeah, the only place I'm a little bit worried is they're kind of stacked up on the right here, and they're in a bit of cover, and we don't have... I mean, we've got a fallback position, but it's not ideal, especially if this map does move out to the east a little bit. You're in their range, but you're not in your own range of anything? Goodness, if you're gonna get shot at least make sure you can shoot back. Same for these Springfield boys. Why don't you advance a bit? I'm not a proponent of advancing across open fields, but I also am not a proponent of just sitting back and letting yourself get shot to pieces. Although you might have been better off. That was a rough volley there. Alright. Bye-bye, Brackenborough. Wow. He stuck around for that? Yikes. And took one to the chin. Augustin just took like 200 casualties in the span of a minute, though, too. Alright, he broke and ran. Focus on Scales. He's the one who's doing damage to Hoxton. Heavy damage, too. Those rebels must have good weapons. Black Hat shooting at this guy? Who are the Black Hat shooting at? Okay, Scales is being brought down to size. I think. One more volley from the Springfield should help out with that. Yeah, I guess the Black Hats can hit from back over here too. They must have 1861s. No, they don't. Harper's Ferries. Alright. Thanks. We're gonna have to pull these guys back up the ridge a little bit. Look at all of this. All these rebel forces stacking up on our far right. Okay. Driven him back. Let's finish off Perrin. Hopefully we can destroy his brigade. Okay. There you go. Perrin is dead. Alright. Let's go ahead and pull these guys back out. They destroyed 2 enemy brigades over there. Meanwhile, on the right, very good casualty figures, especially for Gavin over here. Look at this guy. 1,600 casualties inflicted. I don't know why he's not shooting at anyone, though. Should be in range. Letting Price do all the fighting over there on the right. Alright, our supply wagon is almost empty. The first corps has almost used up its entire supply. We're only on the first day of the battle. Granted, we've killed so many of the enemy. I wish it told me how many casualties my corps, like if I go here, had inflicted. Doesn't tell me that. Okay, shoot apart Gavin. Alright, Mahone, advance. We're gonna try and really rip these guys apart. We've basically mauled Hill's Corps to the point where Hill's Corps I don't think will be a factor the rest of the battle. We've also started mauling Ewell's Corps. I'd like to just deal these brigades a lesson they will not soon forget. And then really we'll only have to deal with Longstreet coming up in the next day or so, should he do that. But Early's division is getting shredded. Still a couple of strong brigades. Daniel's over there. Ramesar's, you know, a factor. O'Neill is a factor. But the more we can tear these guys apart, you know, the less the rest of this battle's going to matter. Like, I can't imagine at this point, 2 of the 3 divisions that launched Pickett's charge on July 3rd were actually from Hill's Corps. And I can't imagine what they'd be launching those troops out with now. Alright. Let's move Hector and kind of replace Price with Hector. Okay. Alright, off goes Daniel. Turn to face Gordon. Good old Gordon. One of the best non-professional soldiers the war saw. Alright, let's go finish off Scales. Bring those brigades up to deal with him. Gordon. Gordo! Hector, you're going to jump in front. Alright guys, that's going to do it for part 2 of the Battle of Gettysburg and our Ultimate General Let's Play series. We're playing through the campaign as the Union, and thus far the Battle of Gettysburg has been going according to plan. We've given the rebels a bloody nose on day 1, but we are now ready to fight the second day of the Battle of Gettysburg. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you continue to enjoy this series. I know this audio was pulled from a live stream, which is not customary for my channel until the last few weeks, so I know some of you prefer if I return to more scripted stuff. Honestly, I just streamed a ton of Ultimate General Civil War over the last 2 weeks. I kind of needed a little bit of a breather, and this was, in a weird way, the breather that I needed. Just some time to sit back, play a game that I really enjoy, about a period that I know a lot about, not worry too much about the history, not worry too much about, you know, my limited ability to have production value in the first place, and just kind of sit back and relax. I've enjoyed it thus far. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. But we're going to go ahead and jump out. We've fought through the first day of the Battle of Gettysburg, and we'll continue the fight afterwards, or in the next part. But until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.